Deep Dive with David Stendahl, where we trade without ego, no emotion, no greed, and no opinion. Before we begin tonight's video blog, please read over our trading disclaimer and remember to trade smart and accept the reality that trading futures is risky. This presentation does not provide buy-sell recommendations, and our information is strictly provided for educational purposes only. As always, trade at your own risk and analysis. Hey, it's David Stendahl with tonight's Deep Dive. Tonight is November 9th, 2017. I thought I'd take a look at the S&P 500 today. The most notable ETF would be SPY. And what we can see here is that all of the trends are higher. We got the technical ratings that are higher. We got the seasonal accuracy that is actually higher. But unfortunately, the market was quite choppy today. It wasn't down that much, but there's some dark clouds on the horizon. So I just want to show you a couple things here today when we actually take a look a little closer into what the systems are doing. Let's take a look at first the daily. Actually we'll take a look at the daily first. Here's this volatility that I was talking about here on the far right, where you can see that there's a lot of volatility in comparison to recent bars, and that generally bodes well for increased volatility, that there's a lot of indecision in the market, and there's just not a lot that's really obvious on the chart as far as where the market's going. We do have a number of indicators that have been overbought, but the market's been heading higher and higher. So what I wanted to do is to at least give a little bit of an update here and show you that just in the recent weeks or so, that we actually had some highs in the elastic level related to the weekly charts, and we actually had a power level high, and that generally means that the market is obviously been an extraordinarily strong trend, and once again it's gotten a little bit weak here. So if we take a look at the website, and just to give you some perspective here, here is our underwater equity chart, and it's called the UVI, Underwater Volume Index. And what this is showing, the only reason I show this is just to confirm that these little, it's hard to see, but these are little green diamonds. And in the last 3 years, we've had 51 of these weekly high watermarks. And so yet again, we're at the upper end here. So I'm just trying to show that there has been strength ever since we hit a 3-year low back here in 16. The other thing I want to show to you is this. It doesn't really show, so unless you look at this on a daily bar. But just recently, we fell from something that would have been considered very, very strong, and the market in itself, the S&P 500, has gone from the blue level down into this tannish area, which shows you that its trend is still strong. However, it's not as strong as a lot of other markets, and has actually fallen out of the top 10. Well, at least in this particular case, the top 6. It's no longer in the blue area. The other thing I want to show to you is this. Is that the seasonal charts on the 5 years, that it's highly accurate. The market's been moving higher, but very soon here we're going to run into a period where the market should theoretically sell off for a little bit before we have the next surge. And therein lies some of the things my trade station cranked out on me. That's why what I wanted to do was to show you that there is opportunity here given where the market has been heading. So to give you some perspective here, what are the systems doing? We're net short the market, a new system having been established today, and unfortunately we're in a loss, at least according to these systems, but it bodes well for an opportunity for the market to, according to that seasonal tendencies, to potentially really sell off here. The other thing I want to show to you is that we have a condor system. And the condor system is something that is relatively new. We're going to start to market all of our systems so you can actually see what the systems are doing. But the condor system, if you come up to signals, you come down to condor, you come down to this particular page. There's a little bit of a write-up of this, and it's separate from our normal systems, because what you'll get is the ability to actually see what the system is doing If you have TradeStation, if you want a 30-day trial, you just simply click on it, and then and if you don't have TradeStation, it's very easy to get it. There's really no money to be had as far as having to put up money. But what you'll be able to do is strike a deal where you'll be able to click, end up getting this what we term as a workspace and a chart within this workspace, and this is what the Condor system looks like. So the system Condor in itself went short early on in the day, in around 9:30ish, a little before. The blue dash line represents a profitable trade. We took our profit target, waited a couple bars. The system got short again. Of course, the market reversed on us. And then on this bar right here, we went from net short to net long, and then we closed out the position at the end of the day. So this trade right here, I believe, made $350. This second trade lost $275, and this trade right through here made $300. So net on the day, that's what, $375. And so what we do is for the Condor system is we charge on a monthly basis separate for this particular system, and a lot of the systems we're going to be posting up there that you'll be able to at least see what the system is doing. If you're discretionary, if you want, you can automate the system and have it just simply trigger on your behalf. That's always helpful in these bars right here when we flip from short to long, and we do it very, very quickly. But nonetheless, I wanted to at least show to you that we're in the midst of being able to post some of our systems up there, because we have had people that have been requesting information about how we can very quickly be able to watch over some of the systems and really keep track of it. So in any event, all you need to do for a little more of a write-up, and I'll be doing webinars on these systems and how to evaluate them, so I'm not going to do that in the deep dive. But for some basic information, just come to Signals, come down to Condor 27 system. You'll be able to get a little bit of a write-up, and you can either get the trial here or click on this little one. And if you have TradeStation already, then you get 30 days. Presto Magic, you'll be able to see exactly what took place today. So that is tonight's deep dive, in that we are looking for the S&P, at least on the seasonal tendencies. Just to give you a little recap here, a little bit of a sell-off, some good tradable opportunities, and then we really look forward to what's going to be able to take place from maybe around Thanksgiving, which is essentially where this low is in the bar here, all the way through into early maybe the first or second week of, probably more the first week of December. And then, of course, there's always the Santa Claus rally, which is what this represents. So we'll take a look at that more in some detail. That is tonight's deep dive. I'll point out that corn had a major move today, something else that you may want to look at. And from that standpoint, resistance for soybeans as well. We've got a resistance gap here in sugar. And there's a really tight consolidation here as far as the support and resistance levels go for cotton. So there's a lot of things that are taking place. But I wanted to really kind of take a look almost exclusively tonight on the S&P 500. So we'll look at another market tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.